Ironstone Extreme Hard Enduro at Mount Morgan, Queensland. An event that I decided to sweep instead of race last minute, get some footage, help some people and just enjoy watching the riders race the track that we created. I get asked a lot at our events by the keen sweep riders, what do you want me to do, Burnsy? And I just say, sweep and enjoy it. But not everyone knows what a sweep rider's job is, so this is a good opportunity to make a video on how to sweep enduro events. So you signed up to be a sweep because you love the atmosphere of the events, but you don't want to race. Perfect. You're in for a great, rewarding day with no pressure. Here's what we want you to do. Let's start with the preparation. You're going to need a well-maintained bike, tools, and your normal spare parts. Now these parts resale at a massive profit in the bush, just for your information. A full hydration pack, high-vis vest if you have one, handheld UHF can be handy, although a lot of events are channel locked now, so these will be supplied. And a nice little extra is a harness pouch like this one for your phone to get the camera out for any cool footage for the gram. Try to get there a day or two before the event and team up with another sweep. Grab a map from the organisers and have a ride around at a slow pace and keep checking the map to get your bearings. Make sure you ride the service roads too, because you'll need to know these to get people home. When you get that rider with the sad puppy dog eyes saying he's had enough, you don't want to be the one to say, I don't know how to get back, do you? You may be the last hope he or she has got. If you can't read a map or use a GPS, then it's probably best to team up with someone who can. We don't want to have to send sweeps out for sweeps now, do we? Make sure you attend the sweeps brief for all the info on the day. Any questions, this is the time to ask, and any late changes you will find out here. Sign all the forms you need to and check in with the team for the vests, radios and maps, etc. Here you will also get to know the main guys for the weekend and make the decisions on track changes and race stoppages, etc. These are not sweep rider decisions, and we have had issues with this in the past. If you're sweeping an event with different levels of track difficulty, make a choice on which tracks you want to sweep. If you're confident, and only if you and your sweep buddy are, then get around the harder tracks. We need sweep riders of all levels for our races. You can change up which tracks you're doing during the day anyway. Set off on the racetrack with your sweep buddy, stagger your starts with the other sweeps so you're not all bunched up. You can take off first if you want, believe me, these guys will be overtaking you pretty quick anyway. The top two jobs of a sweep are to look after yourself and then look after the rider's safety. So try to keep moving along the racetrack within your limits. Don't forget, you ain't going to find any injured riders standing still. Remember to stay alert and any bike noise behind you, don't look back to check, pull over first, then look back. These guys will get angry with the sweep rider holding them up, and for good reason too. Of course you can stop, take some pictures and get some videos on some crazy section, you're there to enjoy it as well. But short stops and then keep on trucking, as they say. Always try to know where you are. Events use kilometer markers, track names and grid references. Grassroots Enduro Australia recently introduced e-maps that are used with a phone app. This has the added advantage it will tell you where you are as opposed to you figuring it out on a map. For this purpose, phone apps are a lot better than the Garmin eTrex GPSs, just for scrolling and zooming, etc. Now, this will depend on the event, and you should always follow the instructions given at the sweeper's brief. But as a general rule, assess the situation and use the UHF to inform race control. Be clear and descriptive of the injury and location, and they will guide you from there. Also, if you're a fellow sweep hearing all this on the UHF, don't be tempted to reply to help and clog up the channel. If they need more help, they will ask. Stay with the rider until help arrives. If you can't get comms, send your sweep buddy to relay the info to race control. Bunting gets broken, arrows fall down and tracks get cut. Deal with any of these as best you can. If you see an obvious danger appear like an unseen mine shaft, barbed wire on the ground or a star picket, then bunt it off as required. These guys are at race pace and they won't see it like you did. Remember, any big decisions regarding the track will normally go through race control. Don't make calls above your pay grade and put pressure on yourself. You're not there for that, you're there for rider safety. Race control will make all the important decisions. Report any cheaters who cut the tracks, ride the wrong class of track, or just not doing the right thing by the race. Race headquarters will have more details on this in the brief, depending on the type of event you're sweeping. For helping or assisting the riders, this will depend on the event. Some events are rider-to-rider assist only, while others let sweeps help, and some will have no help zones in certain sections. In any case, use your common sense and do what's required in the situation, especially if it involves a safety concern. And that's it. That's all I got. Above all, have fun. It's the best gig out there, trust me. I've done both lots of times, and I'll see you on the next one.
I'm just surrounded by sweeps, it's amazing.
That's the most fun I've had wearing pants.